Hello there, it's your boy, Tasty Cake. So I just discovered this article, which seems to have come up 5 days ago, but it just popped up on my MSN, called 14 Things People Pretend Are in the Bible, but Are Absolutely Not. I'll post the link, because I don't want to butcher the person's name. But, here we go. Have you ever encountered claims that certain phrases or beliefs are in the Bible, only to discover they're not? It's a bit like sorting through biblical myths and facts. In this article, we embark on a journey through a social media thread where users candidly discuss those things that many believe are in the Bible. Hell's managerial misconception. Satan is in any way in charge of torture in hell. In the realm of biblical misconceptions, many users agree that the idea of Satan reigning over the fiery depths of hell is a common misbelief. The Bible does describe Satan as a tempter and adversary, but it doesn't cast him as the warden of the underworld. It's almost as if Satan himself might find that rumor devilishly amusing. The myth of self-help scripture. God helps those who help themselves. It's not in the Bible. Some users point out that the saying, God helps those who help themselves, and is often mistakenly attributed to the Bible. In reality, it's not found in the Holy Text. It's a reminder that sometimes we need to roll up our sleeves and take initiative rather than simply waiting for divine intervention. Passing on a biblical misquote. This too shall pass isn't in the Bible at all. Another popular phrase that some users suggested is not actually found in the Bible is this too shall pass. While it's a comforting statement, while this is a comforting sentiment, it's not a biblical verse. It's as if someone added a touch of philosophy to the biblical wisdom. Eve and the forbidden fruit. Eve eats an apple. Many users chimed in to clarify a classic misconception about the story of Adam and Eve. The Bible does mention the fruit of the tree of knowledge, but it never specifies it was an apple. So, when you picture Eve taking a bite, it can be any fruit that your mind can come up with. A misattributed ministerial. Said this too many times, my eyes are getting weary. So is my tongue. Ministerial quote. I'm going ministerial. I'll leave it at that. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. I have had a minister quote that to me as a Bible quote. It's from Hamlet. Some users share their experiences of hearing neither a borrower nor a lender be quoted as if it were from the Bible. In reality, as a famous line from Shakespeare's play Hamlet. Perhaps some people should reconsider taking financial advice from a certain Danish prince. Dante's Inferno versus the Bible. The levels of hell. Dante wrote about his journey through hell. The levels are not biblical. Discussing the concepts of hell, some users noted that the intricate levels of hell, as famously depicted by Dante in the Divine Comedy, are not found in the Bible. Dante's imaginative journey through hell has captured our imaginations, but it's essential to discuss between literary works and biblical teachings. Money's role in evil. Money is the root of all evil. The correct quote is actually the love of money. The misconception that money itself is the root of all evil is a point of clarification for many users. The Bible's actual quote is, "For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil," emphasizing the importance of priorities. So it's not money's fault. It's a love affair with it that can lead to trouble. Unmasking the 7 deadly sins. The 7 deadly sins. While the Bible does mention various sins and vices, the specific concept of these 7 deadly sins, pride, envy, wrath, sloth, greed, lust, and gluttony, is a later theological construct primarily associated with Catholicism. The mystery of the wise men. Since it's close to Christmas time, there weren't 3 wise men, just 3 gifts. No one knows how many wise men went. The Bible mentions the Magi bringing 3 gifts, but it doesn't specify the exact number of wise men who visited the baby Jesus. So the notion of the 3 wise men is more traditional than biblical fact. The fate of suicide victims. People who commit suicide go to hell. Addressing a sensitive topic, some users pointed out that the idea of people who committed suicide going to hell is not explicitly stated in the Bible. Many factors can influence a person's actions, and ultimately judgment is a matter for a higher authority, not for us to assume. Jesus and suffering children. Jesus said anything about children suffering. Suffer the children to come unto me means to allow them. Users clarified a verse often misunderstood in the context of children's suffering. When Jesus said, suffer the children to come unto me, he meant to allow them to approach him, not to inflict suffering upon them. It's a reminder of the importance of understanding the Bible's context. Humans don't become angels. People become angels when they die. Nope. Another misconception dispelled by users is the idea that people become angels after they die. In Christian theology, humans and angels are distinct beings with separate purposes and destinies. So, while it's a comforting thought, we don't sprout wings upon passing. Noah's Ark animal inventory. Noah took 2 of each animal into the ark. He took 14, 7 male and 7 female of clean creatures, and only a pair of unclean animals. The story of Noah's Ark is a well-known biblical tale, but some users clarified a common misunderstanding. Noah didn't take just 2 of each animal. He took 7 pairs of clean animals and 1 pair of unclean animals. So there's quite a menagerie aboard the ark. And keeping religious practice private. All those people that think they're better than the rest because they openly demonstrate they're so religious. The Bible literally says to pray and worship in secret. A noteworthy point emphasized by users is the Bible's guidance of humility in religious practices. While some may boast about their religious devotion, the Bible advises praying and worshiping in private rather than seeking public recognition. It's a reminder that true faith isn't about showmanship. Now, I found that was very fascinating. Since I don't, well, I can boast that I am an ordained minister. I don't know where my paperwork is. I don't do anything about it. But for me, it made me feel good. So I chose the title Reverend. I was given an honorary doctorate, Doctor of Divinity. So I can call myself Doctor, which helped me to write Doctor Who stories, because I can say, oh, now I am the Doctor. And I was declared a saint. I don't act like it, but I was declared one. It's, for me, makes me feel better. I just have to keep thinking about it because I fall off the path many, many times. I mean, the whole Reverend Amagon, you know? Try to go by that title. I use it for Legends of Traveling TARDIS. But, you know, in here, it's your boy, Tasty Cake. And that's the title I went back with. But everything attached is still the Reverend Amagon. Because I am the Reverend, and Amagon was gifted to me by someone else. And I am proud of that. So the way things are. I don't go throwing, Bible verses at people because, I don't. Sometimes I should, the way some people act. You're holier than thou? You're holier than thou? Well, let me tell you a few things. But I don't. I let my silence paint the picture, tell the tale. It's easier that way. Because I'm not holier than thou. But I will not put up with anyone's garbage anymore either. So I keep it to myself. Just like a normal introvert would do. Let alone a Pisces. So thank you for watching, for listening. Please like, subscribe, share. Ooh, camera moved. There you go. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. All the good things. Anyway. Thank you, and always remember, time waits and turns slowly.